afternoon, everyone. How are we doing today? Good. Well, I definitely want to take the opportunity to introduce our guest speaker for today. So first of all, just thank you all for being here. I know it's right after lunch and probably haven't cut many of your lunches short, but just wanted to take this opportunity to share some wonderful information that our guest speaker is going to reveal to us today. So for those that may not know who I am, I'm Marcia Isom. I'm our HR business partner here, sitting down in the office. And we also have our partners at Media Center on with us as well too. Hey Media, how you guys doing? So I'm just going to jump right into and review the bio for our guest speaker, and then I'm going to turn it over to her because I want her to spend time talking to us about this very, very important topic. I know I have a teenager in the home right now, and college is a topic, and many of you may be thinking about furthering education, things like that, so I think this is a message that we could all definitely use. So to jump into the bio, we're excited to welcome Dr. Pamela Ellis. Dr. Pamela has helped hundreds of young people successfully navigate the college admissions process. She graduated from Stanford University in the Tufts School of Business at Dartmouth College and earned a PhD from Stanford School of Education. As CEO of Compass Education Strategies and Senior Advisor at Compass College Advisory, her experience with the education system includes advising school districts, community organizations, and institutes of higher education. She has visited more than 400 colleges and universities internationally. She recently relocated to Ohio to be a visiting professor at Miami University, and she loves the state so much she's never left. So help me in welcoming Dr. Pamela Ellis.
I heard a number of you asking about that pink sheet when you came in, and so here's what I'd like you to do. On the front of that is a pre-questionnaire, and on the back side is a post-questionnaire. And what I'd like you to do is if you could please give me some feedback, because what I want to do is make the most of your time that you're here. And so the pre-questionnaire just kind of gives me a sense of where you are now. And then afterwards, after you've heard all of the content that I've shared, just where you are in terms of supporting your team and really getting a lot out of this presentation to help them in the college admissions process. So can we all agree to that? Yes? Okay, great. Thank you so very much. I want to get started, and I want to make sure that you know you're in the right place. If you have a team and you are concerned about them getting in and getting money for college. Any of you concerned about that at all? Yes? Yeah. Yes. So what my firm, Compass College Advisory, does is we offer solutions that save families time, money, and their relationships. And I'm going to say a lot more about that. So the results is that 95% of our students have been admitted to their top choice colleges. They've received on average $75,000 in scholarships. And we have saved families over 150 hours of their time. And I'll talk more about why that's important as well. So as Marcia mentioned, I attended Stanford undergrad and also attended Dartmouth for my master's in business. But one of the things that really changed my life was when I had children. So I have two sons and a daughter. And the thing that happened to me when I became a mom is that I just became obsessed with schooling. I mean, everything was about schooling. How do I help my kids through this whole, education system? Because I certainly I wanted more for them than what I had myself. And that led me back to Stanford to get my doctorate degree in education. And with that, my research work is around high school to college transition. So what supports students with being successful as they go from high school to college. Now, my firm actually got started when some families asked me if I would help them with their own kids' educational journey. Before then, I was actually doing the corporate thing. I was actually doing investment banking and finance, all those kinds of things that I'm glad I'm not doing anymore. And so when they asked me to help me, when they asked when they asked me to help them, the thing about it is that all of them were highly qualified to do it themselves, but there are some key reasons why parents decide not to do it themselves. One is that it takes parents over 300 hours of their time to help their teen through the college admissions process. And if any of you have started that process, Marcia, I see you nodding, so maybe you know how this time is going to add up really quickly in terms of what it will take to support your teen. The second reason is that when you're raising a child, you really only get one chance in terms of making a difference in their life. And there are certain experiences that they're going through in terms of middle school, in terms of high school, that you don't get a do-over with. I have a lot of head nodding for that. Where are the clappers? Do you guys have some clappers? I got plenty of clappers. Yes. Marquita, you can't keep them all. Yes, thank you for that. And then the third reason is that if your kids are anything like my kids, they don't listen to you, right?
Yeah.
And so they'll listen to a third party. So just like it's the gospel, right? Right? And so what we do is certainly bridge that communication gap. And the short of it is that we all want the best for our kids. And we want them to be accountable, we want them to be independent, and to really flourish in life. And what we don't want is we don't want them coming back home, sleeping in our basement, right? We don't want that. So I think we can all agree on that. And that's going to really set the stage for what we're going to talk about today. So here are the key three things that we're going to discuss. One is why it matters, what's stressing your teen, and what's stressing parents. Because I know that many of you are stressing about this in some form or fashion. We're going to talk about the implication of current college trends and how that affects your teen's chances of admissions and also scholarship money. And then we'll talk very specifically about what your family can do next. Because I really want this to be a time where you get some great information that's going to be actionable, and so that you don't come in here and leave the same way you came in. So what is it that teens are stressing about? I know you guys know. Homework,
Their
money,
phones working.
their phones. So what's screen time? Oh yes, we can have a whole conversation about screen time. And yes, they are. Now the interesting thing about this research that I found is that stress for kids starts as early as 3rd grade. And that was really shocking to me, because I know when I was a 3rd grader, I just felt like, it was all about eating candy and playing outside till dark. It was really nothing more than that. But the 3 things that kids are worried about, one, like you mentioned, was homework. The second one is school. And I think that, in the study, when they were saying school, it really meant the social aspects of school. Because I don't know about you guys, but I hated high school. I thought it was miserable.